Okay everyone, welcome back to the channel for another video on Gran Turismo 7. We're back at Watkins Glen in Group 4 for a race from the back of the grid on the American server. So the American servers have been going really well recently, I have to say. Some really good battles on there, really good driving, good clean racing. Now we're starting this race from P12 and we're going to see how far up we can go. Never know, podium, possibly trying to battle for the win. It's definitely possible in this lobby, but what I will say is Gran Turismo 7 on the American servers has suddenly really started to bump up a little bit. I think possibly more people are starting to buy PS5s in this region, and it's definitely seeming to help the game out on the US server. So yeah, if you haven't already created an account over there and you want to have some more fun with different drivers, it's definitely worth checking out. It's pretty easy to do if you Google how to do a second account on a different region. Very simple to do. But yeah, if you do enjoy this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know in the comment section what you think about this race, because I'm not too sure. I'm gonna talk about it as it happens a little bit further on in the video, but we've got some real hectic racing going on in this race. It's a good fun battle, entertaining to watch, so make sure you watch this one all the way through. So starting from B12, straight away doing a bit of fuel saving into turn 1 just to save a little bit of fuel. We're not going to be able to overtake P11 on this straight by the looks of it, so early upshift into 6th gear, save that little bit of fuel as we slip our way all the way into the bus stop chicane. Now we've got the car behind us, he's going to bump draft us, he's not going to try and overtake as well. So as we come up here, we can see there's no point trying to send it up for here, so we're going to go mixture 6 then to 3 and just try and take this nice and sensibly. We've got a bit of contact with the cars in front of us as the yellow and green car come together. Now we're going to have to back out here because can't really go up the inside there because it would just end up in disaster. But yeah, so far no positions gained, but the race is really close. You see the new improved rolling starts definitely improve these races like this with fuel saving. As the Brazilian driver looks like he might have got nudged off there, we're up a position up into P11 now. We've got this green Subaru WRX in front of us. Can we find the way past him? He's going very awkward angle into that corner. He's gone way too deep there. We're going to get a nice run on him here possibly. Let's see if we can pick up that slipstream. But no, he seems to be revving the car out, so I'm short shifting this car still. He's revving that out, so I'm not going to try and go for a move from here. Or are we going to send one up the inside? No, we're deciding not to do that. A bit too far back to think about sending one up the inside. Now watching on the replay camera, you can just see how close this battle is. We've got a lot of close cars together. I think there's 6 or 7 cars in this battle, all very, very close. And as usual, GT7 looking absolutely amazing. Now we've got the inside line to the green Subaru. We're going to go up the inside. We're side by side with the darker coloured Subaru there. And now we're side by side, and again into the final corner, side by side. Absolutely brilliant racing going on here. Look at this. This is, I have to say, it has improved on the US servers, definitely 100%. Now the green Subaru has give this darker coloured black, I think it's a black or blue Subaru, a bit of a nudge there, which give him a bit of boost, but he backs out of it, and we've kept that position up into P9. Now we're going to get a bit of slipstream from P8 here, so use the short shift in, get that slipstream and possibly go for a move here. Now I could see there's definitely an opportunity for an overtake because we're going to possibly get a bump draft from the car behind. So I saw we got it there, so as he hit us, turn to the right, go for the overtake and see if we can jump ourselves up into P8, which we've done, up into P8. Now keep your eye on this mirror behind us here as we go into the corner. A bit of contact, and then there's a bit of chaos going on behind us. Contact everywhere, cars getting wiped out, and that looked pretty nasty. So not quite sure what happened there, so let's go and take a look from the chase camera of the driver that obviously we overtook. So we overtake this driver in P9 now, and as he goes into this corner, the green Subaru is going to send it up the inside. Now I don't think he even saw him. He hits him out of control, hits another Subaru, then hits another car, and then blocks that Lamborghini into barrier. And unfortunate for the Lamborghini there, but a little bit of chaos kicking off in this race already. Now carrying on the battle in front of us, we've got 2 more cars. Looks like the car up the inside has gone a bit deep into the brakes, clipped into the side of the Subaru, but it looks like he backed out. Fair play to the Audi. I think Zigzag Racing looks like he backed out the throttle to let that car back through. That gives us the opportunity to go up the inside though, so we're going to take that position up into P7. And now we're going to see if we can catch up to the top 5. The top 5 are not too far away in this race at the moment, so we're going to have a little look on P6. Can we go for a dive up the inside? It looks like we've got a nice opportunity. He's going to brake a little bit early. We're going to take advantage of that. Up the inside, hold the apex, get on the power, and we don't run wide. And yeah, it's a nice clean move up into P6. Now with this Nissan GTR in front of us was looking a little bit sketchy at this stage, so yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on. He seemed to be struggling all over the place a little bit there. We're going to have a little look up the inside and send it up the inside through this left-hand corner. But yeah, we give him the space on the exit there, and we're going to try and hold the outside round the outside of the final corner, which we managed to do, but we get a little nudge in the back which pushes us into the barrier, and unfortunately that is going to give us a penalty. With the Gran Turismo penalty system, it doesn't seem to recognize when you've been hit from behind. So let's see, did we get a penalty there? Let's have a little look actually. As we go into the corner, we get a little nudge off the Subaru there with the Red Bull livery. That knocks us into the wall, but I mean, we might have actually got away with the penalty there. Did it recognize it? I'm not too sure. No, we actually got away with that penalty, which is a surprise. I thought we picked up a penalty there, but then a little bit of contact from the Audi TT onto the other car, and we're just dropping places here. A little bit of chaos going on. We're back down to P9. So all that hard work undone, and now we're going to have to overtake all these cars again, which it looks like kind of a crazy battle going on at the moment. Let's see if we can find a way through without any incidents. Cars weaving all over the place on the straight, which is not nice. So I backed out here. I thought, we're not going to go for that. We're going to go into mixture 6 and just try and play it safe, because I felt like something was going to happen, but somehow they all managed to get through this corner. We go around the outside, a little bit of hit off the Subaru on the inside. Don't think that was deliberate. He just understeered. That corner you naturally understeer massively anyway, so no real harm in that. And we're back up to P8. So chaos, absolute chaos going on so far in this daily race C from the back of the grid. But we still got potential to get a good result here. We can see that P1 is definitely pulling away a little bit too fast to be on the nose stop. So it's pretty clear that P1 is probably doing a one-stop strategy, starting on the mediums, pushing and then refueling, which is not the strategy to do. It's so slow, it's not worth doing. So P7 there took the penalty. We're going to go for a move. Can we make it round the outside? So brake as late as we can, and that's P7 for us now. So a good start so far, even with the hectic chaos that's going on. We're back up to P7, and the opportunities are still here, because P1, like I say, he's not on the strategy that we're on, so he's not in our race. He's going to end up way behind us when he takes that pit stop, because the pit lane loss is massive on Gran Turismo. It's not worth pitting in a short race like this. So P6 can have a little look up the inside there. It's optimistic. Can he make it work? A little bit of contact there though. Pushes the Audi a little bit wide. That's going to give me the opportunity to take that position back and up into P6 myself. So now we're going to see if we can push on and get ourselves into that top 5. Let's see if we can find our way past this green Subaru. He has been a little bit aggressive. I wouldn't say dirty so far. He's been pretty, I'd say he's been reasonable. Just a little bit aggressive on some of the moves on some of the other drivers. But he's been pretty fair, I'd say, overall. So up into P5. We had a little bit of slipstream. He's not going to battle that too much. And that's P5 for us. So into the top 5. We're only on lap 4. We've got 6 laps to go in this race. There's potential that we could definitely, yeah, we've got over 6 laps to go, sorry. And yeah, there's a possibility we could end up with a podium at least here, but we are quite far behind. You can see we're quite a distance behind P4 at the moment, so we do need to put in some lap times. But I've got that clean air, so with a bit of clean air, able to push. So we did a bit of pushing for a bit, and we're going to skip ahead to lap 6 now, and we've managed to catch up to P4. You can see did some reasonable lap times into the 54s, and used a bit of fuel up obviously to break away from the cars behind us. And now we're challenging for that podium. We can see P3, P4 right in front of us there. Can we find a way past them? This is going to be interesting. Is there a way past? P1 is clearly pushing like crazy, and clearly he's on a pit stop strategy. He's not in our race. He's in a totally separate race. But we can also see who is technically P1 going through the right-hander there. So this is really interesting. Can we make this work? There is definitely a possible chance of getting a win in this daily race C on the American server from the back of the grid. So we're going to get the slipstream from this Cayman. That Cayman just doesn't have the straight line speed. It's going to go defensive. We're going to try and send it around the outside. Now this is a difficult move to break incredibly late there. Managed to get it turned into the apex and got on the power and up into P4. So nice little move there. Up into P4. Now we're looking at that podium in P3. An Audi TT driver. Can we manage to catch this guy up and find the way past? Now this is where we're going to meet the driver who we're talking about. I'm not sure if he's dirty, lack of awareness, or been watching too much Formula 1, because F1 drivers, as we know, they like to run people wide. They like to just push people wide. Now, I agree. In certain situations, I think you can do it. I think if you are dead side by side, you can't really do it. But if you're 2/3 of a car ahead, I think that's your corner, so kind of you can get away with it. But let's see what you think. Let me know in the comment section. what you think when you see what happens with this driver. So we're now catching up to him. We're on lap 7 and we're right in that slipstream, and we got P1 only a couple of seconds ahead, and this is what's really frustrating. If we work well and we don't fight too much, we are going to possibly be right up on P1 and challenging for the win in this race. We've definitely got more pace than P3. We've caught him up massively. We've got a lot more pace than him. He brakes really early into that right-hand corner. That gives me the chance to get right into the slipstream. So we're going to start the move off now. So we go for a little dummy up the inside, make him go into the corner early, go back wide, and then try and get more exit speed from this corner, which works really well. You can see we actually get too much exit speed, have to brake out to the left really quickly, and now we're up the inside, and now we're side by side into this left-hand corner. We give him plenty of space on the right-hand side, enough racing room. However, on the entry into this corner, he just pushes us into the grass, and that drifts us a bit. Now, I thought it was a bit annoying when it happened, and I was thinking, was it on purpose, lack of awareness, or, you know, did he just do it by accident? But let's see what happens. We're going to come up to him again. Let's have a little watch from the chase camera as well, just to have another look at it. So you can see through this left-hand corner, we give him plenty of space, full car's width, more actually, and then into this corner, he just turns over and just pushes us wide. From that angle, it kind of looks like it could be an accident. Not too sure. You never know. You don't know whether some of these drivers do it on purpose or they just don't really care if you're there or not. But we're back down to P4, and unfortunately that has just boosted P1, who is technically P1 now in the race, because the other driver has pitted there off the medium tyres. He's out of the race, and yeah, we were getting really close to P1, and unfortunately that's knocked us right the way back, and this is just going to cost us both time, all of us time in this battle actually. None of us are going to get near P1 now if we keep fighting. So we're going to go past the Cayman. We've got more straight line speed than that Cayman. It struggles a little bit on the straights, and that's back up to P4. So fairly easy overtake to get ourselves back up into the podium position, and now we need to see if we can go for a move back on this Audi again. So we're going to go for another attempt at an overtake. You can see we're really close to him. We've got a really nice run on him here. We're going to go back on board with ourselves. We go for a little dummy, go up the inside. We've got the inside line, and then as we come through here, we're giving him space on the inside, and he just pushes into us and drives us clean into the barrier. Now, I don't know. Let me know what you think. We're going to watch that again. Is he doing these things deliberate? Has he been watching too much Formula 1? Because that is the kind of move you see in the F1 all the time. So let's have a watch. We got the outside. We've got a nice run on him. We brake fairly comfortably. We hold the corner, and he just goes up the inside. Now he hits us there. Then he hits us again. He just drives us straight into the barrier. I don't know. Is he just got lack of awareness? Is he dirty? Is he doing it on purpose? Or does he just not care if we're there? I don't really know. It's hard to tell. I don't want to call him a dirty driver, because I really am not too sure, because you're going to see later on in the race, we have another bit of battle with him in a minute, and it's hard to tell whether he's just got a lack of awareness or not. But we're back up to P3 after that, overtaking this Cayman for about the 10th time so far in this race. That Cayman must be sick of my car actually going past him, because we've had to do that about 10 times now. So now up into P3 again, and you can see P1 unfortunately has pulled away a little bit. You can see again we were gradually getting back closer to him, but every time we fight with this Audi TT, we lose time. Now, some people would probably get annoyed at what's just happened and try and take him out, but I honestly was getting annoyed at him. But deep down I was thinking, is he actually a dirty driver, or is he just very unaware of his surroundings? So as we come through the bus stop, we catch right back up to him. You can see we fast forwarded there a little bit for this lap 9, and now we're very, very close again. Now, I was thinking, do we go for the move again? But I thought probably not, because if we go for this move again, he's probably going to do the same thing yet again. So we're saving a bit of fuel behind him, just try and get in that slipstream and try and go for a move somewhere different that we can try and hold the inside line to the corner on. Because if we can get the inside line, that's going to mean that he cannot push me out into the barrier. So that's a plan. Try and get past him on the inside and leave him on the inside. Now, the perfect opportunity for that is this corner, because if we go deep from the right hand side now, which we've got a really nice run on him, we've got better acceleration. So if we go deep into this corner, then we go a little bit wide, we hold the inside for the next corner, and that should give us a position. So you see here, he goes for a bit of a cut back. He can't really do much now. We've got the inside line, and now he's on the outside, and he's racing perfectly fair. He's not racing dirty, so it's pretty hard to tell. Was it just a lack of awareness in that incident? And we've got that position done, and yeah, clean racing. So maybe a lack of awareness. I don't want to call him dirty. I just maybe think, personally, I think he's just not very aware of his surroundings in that situation that we were in with him. But some people will look on it different. I don't know. Let's see if we can push on now. You can see We're too far behind P1. All that battling, under 2 seconds. However, as we come through that corner, we run a little bit wide and we pick up a penalty, unfortunately. So yeah, we wouldn't have caught him up anyway. 2 seconds behind. We did catch him up quite a bit, but it shows you, if we both would have worked a little bit better, if he wouldn't have fought so hard and pushed us into the barrier, he could have probably sat in our slipstream, saved fuel, and we both could have been challenging for the win in this race. So maybe a bit more racecraft from his part, and we both would have had a chance of battling for that P1. And still, you know, P2 or P3, either way at the end of it. But see, we take the penalty. We've not lost that position. We've held on to P2, and now we've just got to make this fuel last. We've got enough fuel by the looks of it to get us to the finish without too many issues. Let's see as we come through here. We're going to go into mixture 3 just to make sure we don't want to run out of fuel before the finishing line and lose this P2. But a fun race, enjoyable so far. And yeah, we had a lot of chaos at the start, some good overtakes, some good battling, a little bit of controversy there with being pushed into the barrier. But I want you lot to let me know what you think. Would you be annoyed if that happened to you? I was a bit annoyed in the moment, but looking back on it, I think it was more lack of awareness and a little bit of a racecraft issue rather than a dirty driver. So let me know what you think though. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you for more content in the future. Thanks again for watching, everyone.